Welcome to the science of engagement. Content-led marketing is big business, but tracking how effective it is has been difficult. Normally, it's done by asking people what they think or monitoring what they do. But that doesn't necessarily tell us why they're behaving the way they are. Just imagine if we could find out how they actually feel. Well, that's exactly what we've managed to do. Using innovative facial tracking software, we exposed 5,000 people from around the world to content-led marketing. And by using webcams to track their facial muscles, we were actually able to measure their emotions. All emotional responses are a combination of 6 different core states. So by analysing their responses, we found out how they truly felt about what they were seeing. And the results are fascinating. Consumers really engage with content-led marketing, and the better it's done, the more positive the response is likely to be. People are far more receptive to the content when brands are transparent about their involvement. Content-led marketing can be as trusted and persuasive as editorial content, as long as it's clearly labelled at the outset. Add the value of a quality environment, such as the BBC, and consumers really start to embrace both the content and the brand. Content-led marketing is bringing brands and audiences closer together, more than ever before. We've always suspected that that would be the case, but now we've proved it.
The world is extremely busy. The pace is quickening faster every minute. I think people are that much more connected. It's an information revolution, but people are distracted. The FT helps you cut through the clutter. It helps you connect the dots, gives you the context to understand what's going on, and it has a global perspective.
In a world that's disrupting so quickly with technology driving ever-accelerating change, you need a trusted guide, and the FT for over 125 years has been that trusted guide.
What makes the FT special in its journalism is its deep and original reporting that connects the dots between business, finance, politics, and economics. But, and this is the crucial point, with a global perspective, because we have access on a daily basis to the people who influence decisions around the world.
A typical FT reader is either at the top of their profession or well on their way.
They come from a range of industries and sectors, public and private. They tend to be very independent-minded.
Aspirational, intellectually curious.
A lot of them are very high net worth individuals.
Often business decision makers, and they're very global. Despite the fact that the world's increasingly busy and noisy, and our readers, more than probably anyone, are very time poor, they give us their time. They come back again and again, and they're doing that because we're delivering something that they can't find elsewhere.
The FT is part of a daily habit, and our readers come to us every day on average for about 35 minutes and across multiple devices, and we can see a journey through the day from handheld devices, perhaps on the commute, at work, on desktop, and then into the evening in print and in digital. So 35 minutes every single day on average is a good slug of time with a senior business audience. And the weekend Financial Times has a particularly good role in explaining to a high net worth audience what's important in a good life. We provide a guide in your private life as much as in your business life.
This has a fantastic impact on our commercial partners because it's all about environment. If advertisers are promoting their goods in an environment that is trusted by our readers, then there's bound to be a sort of halo effect, and our readers will look at their advertising in a much more engaged fashion.
Our partnership with Nikkei is really a global alliance which brings together 2 great trusted news brands. There's lots of opportunity to exchange ideas, technology, audiences. We're very excited about this next wave of innovation at the FT.
Our readers come to the FT because they can trust that what we report is accurate and authoritative. We earn that trust every day, again and again.
So if you want to make the connections in an increasingly networked world, the FT's for you.
Let's get the details from the Washington Post, Robert Costa, who just broke this story.
And that is all brand new to us, and it's thanks to this new incredible reporting in the Washington Post.
Let's bring in Washington Post reporter Wesley Lowery.
The Washington Post published numbers from a database it has been compiling since June. The Post found police shot and killed 800 people so far this year.
So joining me now for our daily fix from the Washington Post, Chris Salissa.
Good afternoon, Andrea. Yes, you're right. Donald Trump remains the big story.
There's no question that change is a permanent fixture of our industry, but it also presents us with an opportunity.
The Washington Post has evolved from a world-class newspaper to a world-class media and technology company, where engineers and journalists work side by side.
The new newsroom has 80 designers, engineers, product managers interspersed throughout the newsroom.
This is a moment of great confidence at the Post because we're able to reach so many more people than we were able to reach before. We have so many tools available to us today that we did not have in the past.
We are on every platform you can think of, and our goal is to go where our consumers are.
This is an extraordinary news organization, one with a deep history, but also with its eye very much on the future and how people are going to get news in years to come.
Kevin Sullivan, Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist at the Washington Post, who broke this story.
You've broken every significant piece of news on this front.
Missy Ryan, part of a fantastic reporting team from the Washington Post and WashingtonPost.com.
Missy Ryan, thank you very much for that update and the story you guys broke.
I always go to the Washington Post first now.
Yeah.
Passing the New York Times is just the beginning.
We've become the new publication of record that publishes the stories that are most interesting to the most people.
In addition to the hard-hitting, investigative reporting, our team is producing stuff that's just fun, interesting, the type of thing that you see and you want to share, and the type of thing that you learn something when you watch it. As exciting as last year has been, with all these milestones, that's just the beginning. There's never been a more exciting time to be in the media business, and there's no more exciting place to be today than the Washington Post.